I'm Carl Whitcomb, and I do research and plant breeding in the field of horticulture. And today I want to share with you information about a new Althea, also called Rose of Sharon. Althea are native to China, as are many other species that we enjoy. But Althea is native or adapted to a wide range of the U.S. It grows in most states, quite cold hardy, but it has a couple of problems. One is that it produces lots of flowers, but with those flowers come seeds, and the seeds are viable, and they germinate and become weeds. So that's the problem with most cultivars and most seedlings that someone would try to grow. This is a new cultivar I named LadyBug. It is cold hardy in southern Wisconsin and has withstood -30 with no injury whatsoever. It is also growing well in South Texas, right down on the river, Rio Grande, and flowers well and is just a beautiful plant. The unique thing about it is it does not produce seeds. When flowers are produced, when pollination occurs, as soon as those embryos begin to expand, the petals are no longer needed. Instead of being an asset, now they become a liability, and thus the flowers begin to decline or drop. Hibiscus, which is the genus to which Althea Rose of Sharon belongs, all have the common feature of only flowers lasting one day. So the flowers open in the morning, and by mid-afternoon, with some cultivars and seedlings, and certainly by the evening, the flowers are done. The petals begin to drop and they become ugly. And certainly the old seed capsules are ugly. By contrast, LadyBug, since it does not produce seeds, the flowers last all one day and most of the second day before they finally drop. That's a big advantage in terms of landscape color, and the enjoyment of plants in landscape settings is often in the evenings. Well, if the flowers open in the mornings and they're gone before you get home in the evening, that's a disadvantage. But it doesn't happen with LadyBug. The flower buds on LadyBug are blotched with red on the outside of the bud. When the flowers open, they're fully pink, because where the red was on the bud are now folded and become the back of the flowers. It's a prolific flower producer and begins flowering in mid-June, and here in central Oklahoma it will still be flowering in early October. That's over 100 days of landscape color. Widely adapted, it'll grow in most soils, except it does not like soils that are excessively wet. But beyond that, it's a very tough and adaptable plant. The other criticism of Althea in general is the fact that by midsummer, the foliage begins to yellow, turn yellow-green, and it becomes less attractive. Again, LadyBug does not do that. The foliage on LadyBug is just as green at the end of the season when we finally get a frost as it was in June. That gives you a good contrast between the flowers and that dark green foliage. Expected to get 8 to 10 feet tall. It'll be a big shrub, but the flower production is just incredible. I've been growing Rose of Sharon for 25 or 26 years. I've grown thousands of them. Most of them end up on the recycle bin, the burn pile, and keep on going down the road. But this is an exceptional plant. It's new. It's not well known yet. So if you want a plant, you'll have to check with your garden centers, and likely we'll need to prompt them to find a source to begin to supply their inventory. So with that, LadyBug, Althea, Rose of Sharon, something to look forward to because you will thoroughly enjoy it.